The Biden administration has announced it's suing Apple, the Department of Justice, in over a dozen states, claiming the tech giant illegally created a monopoly in the smartphone market.
And here to discuss it all is ABC Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas in Washington, D.C., and ABC contributor Mike Muse here in studio with us. Good to see you guys. And Pierre, we'll start with you first. So what exactly is the DOJ arguing here?
Well, they're claiming that Apple is a monopoly that has achieved its 70% dominance of the U.S. smartphone market by illegally manipulating technology. DOJ claims Apple allegedly rigs the market in a number of ways, including making it more difficult for iPhone users to text those who have other brands of smartphones, making it more difficult for iPhone users to use apps not designed by Apple, and basically forcing iPhone customers to use Apple Pay as their digital wallet.
All right, Mike, so this is being called a landmark case. I'm curious, what's the big question at the center of this?
The question really at the center is this a monopoly or is this just capitalism? Apple is over a $2 trillion company. It is one of the most valued companies in all of the world. But the question is, in capitalism, you have a right to achieve that type of level of economic success, hitting $2 trillion. But the question is, how did you do it? Did you create a fair market system that was competitive enough for other products to be able to participate in that way? What Attorney General Merrick Garland said in this lawsuit in his press conference is that they did not create fair markets. And by that meaning, they create their systems that allow a degradation of third-party products like Android phones and also to developer and apps to not work as effectively when you try and cross-communicate. So they're therefore making one product seem inferior, not because of inferiority per se, but because of the way the technology is set up, it degrades the value of the output of the product. And so that is what really is at heart here is monopoly or capitalism.
So, Pierre, if Apple is found to have monopolized the smartphone market, what penalties could the company be facing?
Well, they could potentially be facing fines, and the company could be forced to change its technology development and its business practices. So there's a lot at stake here for Apple. Basically, their whole ecosystem is being challenged.
All right, Mike, Apple had to have responded. So what's their response been to this?
They did. It's really what Pierre just came off in terms of their whole ecosystem is being challenged. What Apple is saying is that we have a right to create products within our ecosystem that our customers love. The one good thing that people who are Apple phone users or Mac users, they love that everything is a one-stop shop for them. Their phone is integrated into their MacBook, which is integrated into their tablet. And also, too, they can go to the Genius Bar to get the help, and that the Genius Bar representatives are trained specifically on that. And also, too, what Apple is saying is that if the federal government is to win, it will set a precedent that the federal government could interfere in terms of how technology and products are designed because of the way that this lawsuit is written in terms of needing to disrupt their third-party app development system. How does that change their products going forward?
So, Pierre, what comes next in the case?
Well, we expect Apple to file counter arguments very soon to get this epic legal fight underway. They're claiming that this is government overreach and that the Department of Justice is getting way too involved in how technology makes its way to consumers. In essence, they're saying, see you in court.
Mike, I'm curious, I'm going to ask you here to read the tea leaves a little bit, but what does this tell us about the Biden administration's sort of stance with big tech?
What it's saying is that there actually is a level of understanding now, finally, of nuance in the U.S. government. I've always been taking the position with the U.S. government that we have been far behind Europe and other countries when it comes to AI tech policy, when it comes to data protection tech policies. What is so unique about this case in particular is that other countries have tried to file lawsuits against Apple, but it's been more on the development side. This is the first landmark case that is actually going after the ecosystem of Apple in totality. And also, too, what it's signaling is that the federal government is being more smarter with understanding how technology is working and should some of these things get to antitrust.
And the world is watching. All right, Pierre, thank you very much. And Mike, thank you as well. We appreciate it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.